famous rabbis of yester. Yeah, now once again, we're not concentrating the video necessarily on the date of the Hilula, Yartzeit, but quite close. Let's just say the 1st of Sivan, which is going to be about 3 weeks away here from the time of recording, would be the Hilula of a famous Dutch chief rabbi. His name was Dr. Benimin Israel Ricardo, Zichrono Libracha. I believe he was actually born on July the 1st in the year 1872, and I think he was murdered, I think, on May the 23rd in 1944 at the time of the Holocaust, very, very sadly. So he would have been approximately, at the time of passing away, around 72 years of age. Now, he was, I believe he'd have the title as a chief rabbi of Amsterdam, of the Netherlands, Amsterdam, respectively. And that would have been a very, very prominent position. Remember, this is a title, let's just say, which had many prestigious rabbonim, most famously probably Rabbi Manasseh ben Israel. Well, I think currently there's Dr. Pinchas Toledano, and there was various other great Sephardi Hachamim that were at, let's just say, the head in of itself. And it was at the Netherlands also had a lot of major Ashkenazi chief rabbis, which we must point out also. Okay, so unfortunately, he lost his life, I think, at the time of the Holocaust in the year 1944. Now, it's actually interesting. It's reported over that he was the first rabbi, I think, from the Netherlands to actually obtain a doctorate. So he was very worldly within regards to his, let's just say, his mass of knowledge per se in of itself. He really did, let's just say, was able to garner up a huge amount with his education, respectively. And he's just like his worldly scope of within regards to world matters and affairs. Obviously, that would obviously be one of the reasons why he would become the chief rabbi. Now, it's reported over that I think the date where he obtained that doctorate was on the 31st of May in 1917, about 27 years before he passed away. He would obtain a doctorate in classic literature, and he would gain this in the Municipal University of Amsterdam. I think it's one of two main universities in Amsterdam, this is. I think the other one is Virgia, Universal Amsterdam, respectively. So this is like one of the very, very large ones over there. I think he would do a dissertation, it's reported over, called the De Prepositionarios Para Uso Atque Significación in Pentateuch version Alexandria. So I think it was mainly talking, let's just say this, it was dealing with in regards to, I think, a Torah sphere in of itself. But I believe come with the year 1923, he would be appointed assistant rabbi of the Portuguese, let's say, Israelite community in Amsterdam, which was a prominent position at the time. So that would last around 5 years. I think in 1928, he'd be appointed to a further position. I think in the, let's just say, the Etz Chaim. I think it's a, let's just say, it's a whole network in of itself. The places where it features a library, it's a whole community of brilliance, especially with the Portuguese, the Spanish heritage in of itself. And its famous synagogue, Portuguese Israelite synagogue in Amsterdam. I think features a library also, this synagogue does, with I think currently date 30,000 printed book, all on various different aspects of Jewish study, Jewish history, natural sciences, and let's just say it's considered like a epicenter within regards to Sephardic culture from Spain and Portugal, respectively. I think it was actually, the library itself opened up in the year 1891, so it was not that long before he took the position over there. So he would get the pinnacle position over there. Also in 1928, he was appointed the head of the Jewish court, the Av Bet Din, or the rabbinical court of the Portuguese Israel community in Amsterdam, which is a very prominent position. He would do further, let's say, public activist work. He was a representative, he was a chairman actually, of the Mizrahi wing for many years, I believe, reported over. Mizrahi represents, let's say, national religious Judaism, the Mizrahi movements, respectively. And I think they had it in many of the European countries, some North African countries. So he would be, let's just say, the chairman of this, which was once again a prominent position. So he was all around. He would take on various different, let's just say, undertakings. So he was very busy throughout the time, and being a chief rabbi obviously brought around a lot of challenges. I think his wife's name happened to be Bila, if I'm not mistaken, Rabbinit Bila. I think she was from the Alvarez Vika family. She also lost life in the Holocaust. I can see, I'm actually looking at the infocenters.co.il website, and I think it's reported over also the son Eliakim lost his life in the Holocaust, and their daughter Janet, or Hannah, you could say his Hebrew name, lost her life also. But please, if anyone has any more information with regards to if they have any descendants, I would really appreciate it if anyone could tell me about it. He was a chief rabbi of the time of the Netherlands, of Holland. It's obviously a very, very prominent position, and I would recommend everyone to learn more within regards to especially the Dutch community, respectively, and the various other great communities, especially in the Ottoman areas, European areas. It was a time period, obviously, of a lot of horror, and we've spoken on various occasions before, unfortunately, sadly, where some of the rabbis that we've mentioned about lost their lives during the time period of the Holocaust, and unfortunately, we have to speak about someone that lost his life over there in those circumstances. Wish we would have spoken about him having a better ending, respectively, which is obviously very sad how he lost his life. Okay, so I believe the 1st of Nisan would mark his Hilula. That would have been the 23rd of May, 1944, when he passed away. We're talking about, from the time of recording here, 81 years ago. So, don't forget to light candles in his memory. Learn more about the famous rabbis of yesteryear. We've covered possibly about 10 or 15 rabbis in this series already that had a prominent position in the Netherlands in some shape or form over the last several hundred years. We've covered already possibly about more than 920 great chachamim from all over the, let's just say, the European countries and the North African countries, respectively. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe now. We are a community here. We're learning about all the great rabbis of these vicinities of yesteryear. If you descend from any of the great hachamim we are speaking about, please send me an email now. I would love to hear more information if you look over the archive of the various different videos that we've recorded so far. And if you feel anyone is going to be interested in watching these videos, please share the videos to them respectively and tell them also to subscribe. So I'm wishing you a Shabbat Shalom. Recording this just the night before. It's going to be Shabbat Parashat Achrei Mot Kedoshim here in Israel. So please learn more and take care. I'm wishing you well.